it's never been an easier time in the history of the world to succeed. Whether you are building a startup, whether you want to participate in a startup and own part of it, like being a co-founder, or even if you want to invest in a startup, it's never been a better time to do that. We see more and more collaboration instead of competition. Let me stay here. So, and this is exactly what we do at RnDAO. And this is what I want to talk to you about today. And swarms. Swarms is, RnDAO is a swarm, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about. Let's see here. So, what is a swarm? A swarm essentially is a network of startups that every startup owns part of every other startup in the network, and this is an incentive for collaboration. Okay? Every startup is autonomous. They are building their own thing. Every startup is solving a very small problem, and together they can combine their solutions and solve bigger problems together, attract better talent, bigger customers, etc. We call that a swarm. So here is an example of a swarm, the RnDAO ecosystem. So here in the branches, you can see every branch represents a startup within the RnDAO ecosystem. And that's being done by the startups ends up down here in the roots. These roots you see here can be user research, networking, grants research, whatever. These here essentially, in reality, are databases, okay? They're collaborative databases, what we call them. It's collaborative tools. When Together Crew, for example, does customer outreach, okay? They track this customer outreach in a collaborative CRM that we have. And then when Co-founder or Harmonica, other startups within the ecosystem, want to attract similar users, they just have access to the user research that has been done by others. So just by being part of this ecosystem, you can leverage other people's work and just move faster, okay? Now, swarms are not new, not at all. These, I'm not gonna go into this. We have only 10 minutes for this talk. These are billion-dollar companies that have adopted this organizational design, and Swarms is an organizational design. So check out Hire, or these are huge. Now, benefits of Swarms. It's for entrepreneurs who want to start a startup. By the way, I'm in the door of RnDAO. I welcome people every day. I welcome people who want to contribute skills to one of the startups within RnDAO. And I also welcome entrepreneurs who want to build their own startup, or they are already building their startup. I know how hard it is for them to build, or to get funding, to find customers, to build a network or whatever. We have 50% faster launches, and 50% of startups within Swarms succeed. And this is because they leverage the resources of the ecosystem. They get mentorship, and we can see, because the teams are very small, we can see which projects succeed or fail, and move faster. Now, when you join a swarm like that with your startup, although the swarm owns part of your organization, you still retain full autonomy. You are free to make all the decisions yourself, whether you want to build on blockchain, on Ethereum, or on Solana. You're free to make any choices you want, okay? But you still have all the network to support you. And then founder well-being, as I said, when someone joins, they are part of this ecosystem. They are not building alone. Building alone is very hard. But being part of this ecosystem, you have all the support from other ventures, from other founders, etc. Now, how do swarms work? They're autonomous teams. They have a vertical focus, meaning that every team is between 10 to 15 people, and they are solving a very small problem. But everyone is focusing on a certain area. It can be DeFi, it can be AI agents, it can be collaboration technology as we are building in RnDAO. So every startup within a swarm is solving a small problem, but then together they can combine their solutions and do things like cross-selling. So when I have a customer, you can combine, we can combine our solutions as startups and sell the same customer because we're close, right? When someone needs collaboration technology for their startup, they can use both my product and your product. Now, there is this culture of openness in the swarms. So everyone who participates in a swarm, every startup within a swarm, we try to push everyone to do everything in public, to build in public, at least within a swarm. Everything must be open. There is this, we try to have this culture of openness, so when you do work, I can see your work, and especially with AI, AI plus swarms equals future. Now with AI that's growing, it has to be public. Now it's the best time for it to be public. What you're working on, it's the best time for it to be public because AI will be able to see what you're doing and use that data, especially in swarms, to spot collaboration opportunities within the swarm, between one startup and another. It's very hard to find collaboration opportunities. I've tried to find a good opportunity for two startups to meet, but everyone likes to focus on what they're building. They don't want to spend time helping someone else. Maybe they do, but really they just want to focus on what they're doing. So if you have AI, this job will be done by AI and bring people together on find collaboration opportunities, etc. So yeah, swarms, we're doing right now some research with two AI tools that we have in RnDAO, SimScore, it's left, SimScore, and Together Crew we have building AI, and also Harmonica, and we're using these tools to bring together opinions by many industry leaders on AI and the future of work, and we're going to present this research soon. So yeah, I have to be fast here. So why swarms matter and why am I talking about this? For people who want to build a startup or who are already building a startup, it's better to join a swarm and build it together with others, leverage the work that's being done by others instead of starting from 0. You can start from 10. And then for contributors, when you join a startup within RnDAO, you own part of the work that you are doing, you own part of the startup. You're more like an entrepreneur, you're more like a co-founder than an employee to the startups that you're working in. It's more like a DAO. And then for investors, when you want to invest in something, it's good if you approach a swarm because there, essentially, you have a bucket of opportunities of startups that you can invest in instead of doing research for one by one. So yeah, this is RnDAO. I want to welcome everyone to join our Discord. Say hi. I will personally welcome you to RnDAO. I will share my calendar with you. I get on a call with everyone who joins RnDAO. So please join our Discord. Tell us why you're here. Tell us if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to join a startup and contribute and grow your skills and know what you're doing. I will be there for you. And remember, this is too big a vision for only one of us. Only together can we change the world. So let's build. Thank you.
Any questions?
Are the startups in the RnDAO ecosystem like open source in some way?
This depends absolutely on the startups and
Like,
their choices. They don't have to do something. They
okay,
are
like
free to do
I'll give
whatever
like
they
a
want.
suggestion more than a question, which is this AI agent you talked about will be very helpful for these startups to find where's this vulnerability or like how can they collaborate with each other? Like you will have this AI agent like check each other repository, and he will suggest how these projects can collab with each other. So that way you can like kind of solve each other weakness and how they can collaborate. It will be an easier approach and also easier for investors to know how they can collaborate with each other. So yeah,
Absolutely, man.
that's
Yeah.
more like a suggestion than a question, but
It can be open source, semi-open. It can be open within the swarm.
yeah, it can be open to the swarm. Like nobody can outside access doesn't need to have access. But like RnDAO could be like this legal structure. Like you don't take any like you sign an NDA, but the startups see for each other like take this the AI agent advice, let's say. So yeah.
Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah.
Thank you.
Feel free to join the Discord. Let's discuss more.
Sure.
If you'd like, I'd love to get on a call with you. Or here later. You go here. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.